Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm staying local. I'm around Devon today. I'm going to go up to Dartmoor. I've seen a nice little walk called Devonport leat. I've seen this on TikTok. It looked very nice. The sun's half out, so I decided to go and have a little walk up there. Also, you might notice that the scenery behind me has changed. And that's because I bought myself a little van, but it might not be what you're expecting. So I'm going to get up to Dartmoor, and then I'm going to pull over and have a little look around the Tell you what, look at that view of Dartmoor today. A little bit of mist on the horizon. There's no wind. Absolutely lovely. I mean, it's nothing compared to the Lake District that went last week, but considering this is half an hour from my house, I think I'm incredibly lucky. This is the van I bought. Yes, it's incredibly small. It's a 2014 Nissan NV200. Done 146,000 miles, which I know is a lot for a little 1.5 engine, but it's had one owner. It's been meticulously looked after. I've got loads of receipts for about £900 each. It's quite tidy, to be fair. It does need a good mop and polish because it's had sign writing on it, as you can probably see. Elite spars. I will get around to doing that, but I've been doing the inside at the minute. The only bit of damage I can see, really, is on this front bumper here. Somebody's taped it because they've smacked something. So all I'm going to do with that is pull the tape off, plastic weld it back together, I'll fill it, and then I'll just paint it black. But yeah, that's the only bit of damage, really. Oh, and this mirror here, somebody's pulled it off and then glued it back on, so it's a little bit wobbly. Again, it's only a mirror, I can sort that. But otherwise, it's a pretty tidy little van. It is a little bit small, but yeah, I'll show you. So inside we have my bed, and that's about it, really. Like I said, there's not much size in there. There's not much more room than I had in my S-Max, really, but I can actually sit up on my bed. I'll just pop this back door open. That's what we've got. It's not very tidy in there because I slept in it last night, so I need to sort the bed and that out. All I've done is take these panels off here. I've insulated behind them with recycled plastic, and I've packed it right out. Top, I've stuck a load of sound deadening on there. All I'm going to do with that is I'm going to insulate over it and then just carpet it. I'm not going to go mad with it. I'm only going to have it 6 months until the winter, and then I'm going to get a bigger van, but I decided to try a smaller one. When this motorbike goes, I can carry on with my video. Noisy fucker. But yeah, I've seen a couple of people on Facebook that actually live in these. I wouldn't want to live in it, to be honest. It's a little bit small, but for what I need right now, it's perfect. Obviously, twin side loading doors. I carpeted it yesterday because the flooring was horrible. So I got some carpet off Marketplace. It was 30 quid. It's brand new carpet. It's actually really nice. The bed was 20 quid. It's just a fold up bed. Also, I've got storage underneath. Again, I've just chucked a load of shit in it. I haven't actually sorted it out yet. All I've done is put all the stuff in it and spend the night in it. I've got my lights up there out of the S-Max. They were essential. It lights it up really nice at night. We've got that light at the back, but it's a bit white and it's not very bright, so yeah, I just added them in. In regards to room, I'll just get in so I can sit in here quite comfortably on my bed. I've got reasonable height. I couldn't do that in my S-Max. I was cramped. I was bashing my head. So yeah, this is the inside. I have soundproofed that wheel arch. I'm yet to finish the inside. All this I just painted grey for now. I might carpet it. I'm not sure. If I do carpet it, it won't be black because it'll make it too small in here. All this metal up here, I will carpet, and the roof. Again, haven't had time. But yeah, this is me for the next 6 months. Inside here, it's quite a spacious cab actually. Only thing I did have to do was the 12 volt socket. It didn't work with the ignition off, and I needed that to plug my fan and my phone charger in overnight, because obviously if I can't charge my phone, I won't wake up for work in the morning. So what I did is I ran a permanent live through the bulkhead, or the firewall, whatever it's called, all the way through into the cigarette lighter. I stuck a fuse on it, so now when I take my keys out the ignition, 12 volt socket is always on. So obviously I can have my fan and charge my phone. I might get a little 12 volt fridge to put down here. Undecided yet. It's probably needed if I go on a longer journey. In regards to leisure batteries, I'm not going to bother. I'm never parked long enough to actually warrant it, and in a van this size, it's irrelevant really. But yeah, this is my new little van. I'm quite happy with it, to be fair. It does need a few little bits, which I'll talk you through now. The little bits it needs is there's something not quite right with the steering. Makes a clunking sound, and when I'm driving and I go over bumps, the steering actually knocks. I'm assuming that's a steering rack. Haven't had it looked into yet. The good thing about these little vans is parts are cheap. A steering rack second hand is 80 quid. Also in the paperwork, in the lots of paperwork that it's got, it said in 2024 it had a new clutch, but to me the clutch bite point feels very, very high. Again, I don't know if it's normal for these vans or whether they've just burnt it out in the 2 years. It doesn't slip, but it is quite high. So for my own satisfaction, I will get a new clutch in it. A whole clutch kit for one of these is 120 quid. I think about 150 to fit it. They're not too bad in these. So yeah, other than that, I'm happy with it. All the tyres are like brand new, all the way around. I'm yet to clean all around that door. Just haven't had the time to do it. I've been spending so much time on the inside. It was a bare van when I got it, and all the wood was rotted. So I had to strip the whole van out. Quite rusty around here. Again, Nissan Japanese. I will sand all that down, rust prevent it, and then I'll paint it all. These I'm going to carpet like that. And I might put some hanging stuff on up here so I can hang stuff. Again, there's not much room, so organising stuff in here is going to be the #1 priority. I am going to put my roof box on it just for extra storage. Yeah, it is what it is, and obviously I had to. That's an essential. So yeah, that's the van, and this is Dartmoor. Love this place. So I'm going to get back in the van now, and I'm going to head down to Devonport Leat. I've seen this on TikTok. It looks like a lovely walk, but I don't actually know how to get there. It was explained to me, but it was a little bit complicated. So I'm going to go and park up where I think it is. Then I'm going to go and try and find it. I've only got a few hours because I've got chiropractor today with my neck. That's 2:30 and it's now 10 o'clock, so I can't be too long. But let's hit the road in a little van. So I've just arrived at the little car park for Devonport Leat. I'm going to get out, try and find the way. I've seen it on TikTok, like I said. I couldn't really find a way, but I found the public footpath. I'm just going to follow it and see where it takes me. So this is Two Bridges Hotel in Dartmoor. The footpath up to the Leat is opposite, I believe. Little van. I think this is it. West Dart Valley. It must be. Wistman's Wood. I hope this is the way anyway. Otherwise it's just going to be a long old pointless path. Tell you what, there's literally nobody out here. All you can hear is the birds tweeting and that great view. It's almost like the mini Lake District. So that there, I'm assuming, is, I don't know how to pronounce it, Wistman's Woods or Weistman's Woods. God knows. Like I say, I've never been out here. This is the best part about coming out on adventures. You go to places you've never been. I just hope that, as you've probably seen in my last video, I got lost and had to call mountain rescue. That was because I was 350 miles away from home and I panicked and didn't want to be out there all night. But because I'm up Dartmoor, it's not so bad, to be fair. And I've got signal up here, so it's a lovely place though. It's just fields around for miles. Ow, just caught myself on a barbed wire there. If you've never been to the southwest or Devon and you want somewhere nice to go, Dartmoor, as I've said in my previous videos, is lovely. There's so many different spots to choose from and they're all gorgeous. You look at all this. I've lived in Devon my whole life, 33 years. Even I don't know the whole of Dartmoor. That's how many places there is to look around here. I'll tell you what, it's a long old path this. It's a bit longer than I thought. Just need some nice sunshine. Every time I come out on these trips, it's bloody cloudy. I mean, I know we're only in May, but come on, man. Bring us some sunshine, will you? So the leat that I'm trying to get to, I think, is on the other side of this ridge. So I'm hoping this is the right way. You've got to walk all the way around. Or so I've seen on TikTok. I'll tell you what, back to the van. I only woke up an hour ago and I'm already hiking. Also, back to it being a small tiny van. Excuse me. I slept in it last night. I slept for 11 hours straight. I must have been tired, and it was so cozy. Yes, I know it's small. I'm only 5'7", so I had more than enough space to stretch out. It was warm in there as well because of all the insulation I've done. Yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy it. The space is a bit of an issue, I'll be honest, but for now it doesn't really matter. When I go out on these adventures, I'm either asleep in the van or I'm out the van, so I might put a fold down table in it somewhere on one of the sides on the ply lining, so I can put a little camping stove and cook something. It's not essential, I can just buy something. Again, showering, toilets, I can just go to a gym, no issue really. All I need it for really is to drive to places and sleep in and lie down in my bed and get some nice backdoor views. Not that sort of backdoor view, I mean, you know what I mean. So I've now got all these pointy boulders to walk over. Look at that for a view. Man, so lucky to live in Devon. I think, if you look over there, you walk down here, over that little crossing, you walk back behind here, and you walk in behind the trees and you follow a little leat. If you don't know what a leat is, it's like a little stream that runs all the way along Dartmoor. In fact, there's a road over there that I came in on. If I zoom out, you can actually get an idea of how big this place is. You could quite easily get lost. Also, for anybody who wants to know, that van has got 6 months MOT on it, 146k, 1.5 diesel, 5-speed. Online, for a nice one, they're 3.5k. For a shit one, 1,500 quid. That one, yes, it does need some work. Needs a steering rack. 100% that needs sorting out. The clutch, I'm not so sure about. It might just be the characteristics of the van. I don't know. I haven't driven another one. If you do know, or you've ever driven an MV200, and you know about the clutch heightness, please drop a comment in to save me putting a clutch in it. But for now, my idea is I'm just going to put a clutch in it. So if I have to spend 500 quid on it, I have to spend 500 quid on it. The van was between 2 and 2.5 grand, which I don't think is too bad, to be fair, for a well looked after van. Yes, I need to do some bits to it, but like any van, it's going to need bits. I can sleep in it, I can adventure in it. All the stuff in the back cost me about 50 quid. So for 2.5 grand, you tell me a camper van that's ready to go, that you can go and do adventures in. You can't really, unless it's shagged. So yeah, I'm happy with it. So that's the leat. Runs all the way along there. In a minute, we cross over down there, and I think it runs back down behind those trees, but we'll find out in a minute. I've got to find somewhere to cross. This is what I've seen on TikTok anyway, so we'll find out if it's true. If I get lost, somebody call rescue, will you? I've just checked on maps, and I do apologise. That is not Wistman's Woods. Wistman's Woods is actually miles up there, where I have to walk. It's a bit further than I thought it was. But you know. Things you've got to do to get the nice walks. I've just got to this little gateway. There's some woods there. I don't know if that's the woods I'm on about. Probably not. But listen to this. There is just nothing but birds tweeting. I'll get that out in a minute. I sound a bit horsey today. Must be something wrong with my throat. It's very bouldery here. Look at the little sheep. Very, very bouldery here. I think, to be honest, it makes the path a bit more scenic and entertaining. So yeah, I've just checked. These woods here are Wistman's Woods. So we follow that round, and then we cross over. I'm assuming we go behind here, and that's where the leat is. I might be wrong. We might have to follow it along this wall, along the path, but we'll find out in a minute. And like I say, I've never been here. Once you've been here once, you can remember that path and then come here again. But yeah, for anyone who wants to know, this is Wistman's Woods in Dartmoor. It's near Yelverton in Princetown. After this video, I will upload a little screenshot from maps, so if you want to know where it is, you can, as I always do. But yeah, this is the little walk. Lovely. Tell you what, it might not be sunny today, it's cloudy, but it's bloody hot. It's like muggy sort of hot. It's that sort of change between spring and summer, where it doesn't know if it wants to be sunny and hot or it wants to be cloudy and cold. Yeah, I hate that time of year. I'd rather it be one or the other. Me personally, I don't like the heat. I can't stand it, but I do love the sunshine. Can't have one without the other, I'm afraid. So roll on summer and some nice van adventures. Also, this bank holiday coming up, end of May, I was planning on going to, well, the original plan was to go North Wales to Tryfan Mountains. Bank holiday just gone, but I ended up going to Lake Buttermere instead, which the videos are on my Facebook, on my YouTube, sorry, and my Facebook. So I was going to then do Tryfan at the end of May. Now I've changed vehicles and it needs some bits doing. I don't like travelling too far in a new vehicle before I've driven it enough. I've only done 150 miles in it. I'm going to have to sit down for a minute. I've only done 150 miles in it. So I might do a Cornwall trip at the end of May. Cornwall's lovely. I love Cornwall. Totally different to the Lake District. Yeah, I might do that. Might go down to Land's End. It's a bit closer. If I do break down, touch wood I don't. At least I'm sort of close. I have got breakdown on it, but I don't really want to be breaking down 300 miles away from where I am. So I will be going to North Wales, but that might be later on in the year. I'll do a weekend trip. So yeah, in a couple of weeks I am planning on going to Cornwall. That'll be a good video. Stay tuned if you want to watch that. Got to here. I don't really know which way to go. There's a little sign here. Let's have a look. Very, very bouldery. Please avoid getting in amongst the trees and boulders of the woodland. Stick to the path around the wood. This is to avoid any damage to fragile habitats, trees and mosses. Okay. That doesn't explain which way I'll go. I'm assuming I have to go up there. So this, I'm a bit out of breath now, is Wistman's Woods in Dartmoor. That's where I've just walked all the way down from there. Can't see the road anymore, a bit far away, but yeah, it's a bit of a walk. Assuming I go up there, cross over, and then walk behind. A bit longer than I thought this is. I'm knackered already. So I'm still walking along this path. That's the woods I was on about. Sorry, I got it wrong. It's a great view though, I tell you. If you listen carefully, you can hear the water running. Don't know if you can hear that on the camera, but I can hear it. So we walk up here where these people are coming now, and we cross over, and it takes us behind all of this. I think in a minute, the jumper's gonna have to come off. It's very hot and very muggy. I don't like it, me. What's this? It's a mad plant or flower growing randomly up the floor. Interesting. So it looks like the footpath has beaten me. The jumper's come off and it's around my waist. That was horrible and hot and sticky. I don't like it, so it's nice to be cool. To be fair, even in the van, I sleep better in the cold than I do in the hot. Hence why I sleep with a fan. It's easier to warm up by putting the covers around you. It's not so easy to cool down. I dread to think what it's going to be like in that little van in the baking 32-degree heat in the summer, but yet to find that out. If I have to sleep with the door open, then so be it. Just getting to the end of the woods now. The path goes down there. We cross over somewhere down there. I'm assuming you walk behind all this. It's a lot further than I bloody thought it was. It looks easy when you see it on TikTok or on maps. This is what happened the other day in Cumbria. No, not in Cumbria, in the Peak District when I went to look for the plane. It looked like it was a 10-minute hike. 4 hours later, I was lost. I've decided instead of walking all the way up round, I cut down there, cut down through. My mistake, the path actually runs along there all the way back. It's not behind that hill. I'm going to take a chance and walk down here. There is a little gate here. I'm assuming you can walk this way. If not, then I'll have to walk through all that grass, I suppose. I just noticed you can't get that way. It's all fenced off. So it looks like I'm going to have to walk up round them. Oh. Why do I do these things on the spur of the moment and then end up lost? I'm just going to cut across, instead of going that way or up there, around, I'm just going to cut across all these boulders. It looks like people have walked this way before, so it obviously goes somewhere. I'm just watching my footing. I do not want to break my ankle up here. It's definitely a path of some sort, you can see. Well, I can. don't know if you can see it on the camera. And people have walked through it. So it must be a little shortcut. Also, for anybody who wants to know why I do what I do, these little adventures, buying a little van, camping in the car. 3 years ago I had nothing. I had no job. Yes, I was an addict. Shame to say. I'll put my hands up and I'll be honest. Always better to be honest. But yeah, I had nothing. 3 years ago I started my job as a HGV driver. I already had my lorry licence, but I'd lost my previous job through. But yeah, I started this job, to which point I went cold turkey. Enough was enough for me. I was depressed, had no money, had no job. So yeah, I started this job, and other people were doing all this van life stuff. I've seen a few people doing it. And I was watching, and I thought, instead of being in this world where everyone's in a competition, who can have the best car, who can have the best house, wasn't interested in that. You keep your finance car, your nice Mercedes, and you keep your big posh house. I want adventures. That's what I want. So yeah, I bought, at the time when I started my job, I bought myself, my first little camper van was a Transit Connect, and it was a scabber, but I loved it. I went miles in it. All I did was paint the inside. I didn't even insulate it. I just painted all the ply lining, stuck a little camp bed in there, which was so uncomfortable, but I had the best time of my life in it. And it was at that point I thought, this is definitely the life for me. I fell in love with it. So yeah, I've had a couple of vans since then. As I said in my previous video, I had a Transit which I had to sell. Then I've just had my S-Max, only because I didn't have a van. So now I'm starting the van life again. Granted, it's a little van, but there's always room for improvement. Obviously, once I do get a bigger van, e.g. long wheelbase Sprinter, long wheelbase Crafter, long wheelbase Transit, when I do get it, I'll appreciate it more because there'll be more room. But I kind of like the small van. You can get into inaccessible places that you can't in a big van, and it's more of a challenge because you've got no room in there, and I like that. Other people seem to do it. If I was living in it constantly, proper van life, I'd need a bigger van. But for the little adventures that I'm doing for now, perfect. And also these little adventures, I love seeing new places. I mean, look where I am today. Got the rocks behind us, great views. There's nothing better. Something's better than going to work, finishing work and then just going home. For me, there's no life in that. Also, I might like to add about the addict thing before anybody says, oh, he's an ex-junkie. I wasn't a junkie. I wasn't on hard drugs. I smoked a bit of, how can I say this? I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on the channel. A bit of the green stuff. I smoked it for years. And it was just a wind down at the end of the day after work. That's all it was. A lot of people do it. Nothing to be ashamed of. What is to be ashamed of is to the point that I got where I was waking up in the morning and it would be the first thing I do. I'd drive to the garage, get a coffee, have a Costa coffee, and then I come back, smoke another one. And that would be me for the day. I couldn't get nothing done because I was in my own world all day long. Not only that, it got expensive. I had no motivation. Subsequently ended up losing my job as a HGV driver. So I did 2 years of that with no job, scrimping every penny I could get to fund my habit. Which now I look at it, it's very muddy here. Oh God. Yeah, but now I look at it, it was just draining my bank away. That's all it was doing, and it's an expensive way to feel tired. I haven't got anything against people that smoke it. As I say, I've done it. If you use it responsibly, not a problem. But it does get very moorish, I found. And it does lead you down a hole. So yeah, I don't want people saying that I was a junkie, because I wasn't. I would never touch anything more than that. But once you get on it, what I found, once I got on it, it was very, very hard to get rid of that habit. And yeah, it gets expensive, and for me it stopped my life. So 6 years I did that. The last 2 years of it I had no job, because it ground me into the floor and I had nothing left. So yeah, I decided as soon as I got this HGV driver role, I knocked it on the head the same day. Cold turkey, it just stopped. To be honest, I didn't feel any side effects off it, because I wanted to do it. I'd wanted to do it for so long, and I couldn't, because of the headspace that I was in. So yeah, I'm not ashamed about it. Just thought I'd put it out there. For anyone that is struggling with an addiction, I wish you all the best in stopping. Yes, it's very hard. You've got to want to do it. If you don't want to do it, it will never work. So yeah, enough about that. Back to this little adventure. This is where I got to. I've walked all the way across there, past some trees, all the way down here. I've got to this little fence. Now, I'm assuming I've got to climb over that, and then over that little, whatever you call it. So I'm going to try and get over here without catching my balls on this barbed wire here, because that'll be an awkward hospital trip. Yep. I'm over. I'm going to walk down here now. This is where I can hear the water running. This looks like a lovely little place, this. Oh, wow. Didn't even know this was here. Nice. Anyway, it's very peaceful down here. Never even knew this existed. So it looks as though I've got to walk across here, because there's steps over there. So yep, we go up here. Yeah, so this is the leat I was on about. I think you walk along this path here. From what I can see on TikTok, it takes you down through some nice trees. I think I might have gone the wrong way though, but we'll find out. We've got ourselves a little bridge. See, I think we follow this now, all the way back. This little leat here. Like I say, it's an amazing view. Oh cool, we've got little waterfalls here, look. One little one, and another little one. So that runs all the way down there. A long way I've just come from. And then we've got this little leat here that runs along the footpath. Lovely place this is. I've been coming up to Dartmoor for years. I've never ever known this was here. And if I did, I would have come here years ago. You're literally in the middle of nowhere. Still walking along this path. This doesn't look like it's going to take me to the place that I've seen on TikTok. I must have come to the wrong place, but it's still one hell of a view. and it's a lovely walk. So yeah, if you are up this way on Dartmoor, this walk is highly recommended. It is a bit windy up here because obviously we've got no hedges or anything like that to stop the wind, but on a lovely day this will be a great walk. This little leat runs all the way along this path. The water, I know the bottom's dirty, but the water itself is crystal clear. I'm assuming all the stuff on the bottom acts as like a filter. Should I drink it? No, I'm not going to drink it, but you get the gist. So yeah, this path, what I've seen on TikTok, it's very windy up here, so I do apologise. It's supposed to take you through some woodland with some lovely tall trees along this leat here. But I must have got it wrong, so I can't see no woodland. Unless the lady on TikTok, because that's where I got the idea from on TikTok, from a lady, unless she's put the directions wrong. But I can't find what I'm looking for. Nevertheless, a nice walk. I mean, look at this. Over here, it goes all the way down. All the way across. The leat on this side. There's just nothing out there. Very peaceful. I thought I'd just stop here and show you the way I've come. Got people over there. People when my phone focuses. Got people over there. That's the little gate that I come through. So we've walked all along that path, all along that side, right up across, round, and we walk back down here. This is quite high actually. It doesn't look it on the camera, but we're quite high up. So yeah, them people over there, my phone focuses, that's where we were walking, all across there. I think it's about 4 or 5 miles from one end right around to the other. I'm a bit gutted that I didn't see what I wanted to see. It looked lovely on the video, but yeah, it might take me there, I don't know. I'm still quite a way off, so I've been walking for another 10 minutes, still going along the leat. Cows that side, that over there, it's a little path that I walked that way on. I don't know if you can see it up in the distance, up there. A random person on the top of the hills. I can't zoom in, it's that far away. Just one person on his own in the middle of bloody nowhere. Rather him than me. Saying that, I'm in the middle of nowhere anyway, so I can't talk. So I think eventually I found what I wanted to find. This leat here, this path goes into them woods down there. This is what I've seen on TikTok. What I've done is I've started that path down there when I should have come in this way. So I've walked the long way round, but it's no biggie. Save the best till last. Apparently this is gorgeous down here. Look at that. It's a frog or a toad or something. I think it's dead, to be fair. It's upside down. I hope it's dead anyway, because I don't want it to jump out, don't I? How random is that? Just literally climbed over that fence into the woods. And that's the first thing I saw. So yeah, this is Devonport leat. Gorgeous down here. I'm going to keep walking and hopefully I'll find the bit that I wanted to find. I genuinely thought that was real then. It's somebody's kid's toy or something. Frightened the life out of me. Thought it was some crazy lizard. Yeah. I mean, look at these trees. Look how perfectly tall and straight they are. This is exactly what I saw on TikTok and it made me want to come here. Gorgeous in the summer, this will be. Yeah, this is gorgeous down here. Lovely and cool as well. Not in direct sunlight. Got all these trees around you. That's where I just walked. Yeah, you get to walk beside this lovely leat. Never even knew this was here. This is what I seen on TikTok. I'm glad I found it. after all that bloody walk. There we go. Nice, gorgeous tall trees. It walks all the way along. It comes back out on the main road where I started, back at the van. To be honest, I'll be quite glad to get back to the van. I'm knackered now. I had to do that the wrong way round and do it the long way round as well, didn't I? Look at that. It's got a crater in the floor. I'm assuming when this overfills, it runs down there, down into that valley, and then that's what's caused that. I'm assuming, because there's nothing else that would cause it. It's just like a sheer wall. There you go. Yeah, so the water must run across here and down there. Just come across a random dog. I'm not sure on dogs. I don't know if he's friendly or not. I'm going to go for it if I get bitten. It's a public footpath, so it shouldn't be on here without a lead. I think he's friendly actually. You friendly? Friendly? Yeah, he's friendly. I think. I hope anyway. Random pair of socks, what the hell? What do you find in Devon? It's taking me out into a farm, I think. I hope I'm allowed this way. That's the end of Devonport leat. Dog's now gone on the field. Let's bring me down this farm track with all these sheep. I hope this is the right way. I'm going to go for it anyway. I get told off, don't I? The little lammies, look. Yeah. That was the worst impression of a lamb ever, wasn't it? That route was longer than I thought. I'll come back out of that pathway. I think that was actually somebody's farm, but it says public footpath. So, I'm assuming it's legal. Not far back to the van now. I need to sit down. So I'll put a thing on now, a screenshot of my maps as to where this is if you do want to come here on this walk. It's opposite the Two Bridges Hotel in Dartmoor. If you keep the hotel on your left, keep walking down the road. After a while you'll see a sign that says public footpath. It takes you up through a place called Beer Down Farm. If you follow the path up there, you can actually see the path on maps, but I will upload it just so you can see actually where it is. Just walking down this path. There's actually people wild camping in there. Next to the little river. Camping in there. Interesting. Little river down here. That is the River Dart. I didn't realise it, but you can actually drive down here and park here. Might have to bring the van down here at some point. Little footpaths down there, down to the river. This is a lovely wild camping spot. So I've just found out that I've just walked for 2 hours to find that little leat in the woods that I've just walked through. The wrong way. I could have just driven down there, parked there, and walked 10 minutes. It's always the way, isn't it, when you're finding new places. So my phone is dying again. I think I need to get a new phone. These iPhones are crap. Battery anyway. So I'm going to walk down this path, walk back to the van, and I'll see you when I'm back at the van. So before my phone dies, down here to the left and around, down by that building there, is where my van's parked. So you walk up here, up this road, and you get to here, Beer Down Farm private road. There's a campsite up there, so you can either park down there or walk. But to be honest, they're driving down there. So in the future, I'm just going to drive down to where them vans are parked and then walk the rest of the way, because otherwise you've got to walk up this road. But yeah, that's where Devonport leat is, in that road that says Beer Down Farm, Bear Down Farm, whatever you call it. I think you can see my van actually over there. There we go, that's where we are. 2 bridges on Dartmoor. So, I'm back at the van. My phone did die in the end. Knew it would. What I'm going to do now, have a drink, which I've been gagging for. Also, if anybody drinks energy drink, like Monsters, stop drinking your Monsters and go for these. They're sugar free, they're very, very nice. This one is a frozen bombsicle. I've not tried this one yet, but yeah, these C4 drinks are very nice. They're a lot healthier than the normal Monsters and Red Bulls and stuff. I used to down Red Bulls and Monsters and it gave me heart palpitations. This, it gives me the energy, but it doesn't give me any of the side effects. And it's the same price, so makes no odds really, does it? So yeah, I'm gonna have a drink. I'm gonna go and park up somewhere, see if I can find a nice rear door view or side door view. Chill out for half an hour. Then I'll probably end the video there because this video's been a lot longer than I expected. It's gonna be about 45 to 50 minutes long. Yeah, so that walk was Devonport Leat, opposite 2 bridges. Highly recommended. It's the first time I've done it. It was an easy walk, long walk, but it was an easy walk. There's no steep inclines or anything like that. On a lovely hot summer's day, you will have the best views down there, honestly. So yeah, that's one that I'm going to save 100%. Wrapped up in imaginality. Niggas get capped up and wrapped in plastic, zipped up in bags when it happens. That's it. I've seen them come. I've watched game as before. People I used to know just don't know me no more. I'm just sat on my bed. I have that back door view. Lovely. Yeah, that's Dartmoor. Out the side door here we have Mercedes Sprinter camper. They look like they've been there for some time, to be fair. That's a lovely looking van though, I'd love one of them. That's going to be next on my list, something like that. But yeah, this is me, chilling in my bed. Tell you what, it's very, very cosy in here. I could lie here all day. That view out the back door. Lovely. So I'm going to end this video here. It was a bit longer than I thought doing that little walk. I'm glad I found that place though. I wanted to go there for a while. I've literally driven past it 1,000 times and I never even knew it was there. It just goes to show how many little paths and heights you can go on. On Dartmoor, there's thousands. I've yet to find loads more. I will upload them onto YouTube and I'll always put my location. But yeah, if you fancy a little walk around Dartmoor, Devonport Leat is lovely. I hope you've enjoyed the video today. There'll be plenty more to come in this little van. And for now, happy camping.